Today I'm going to talk about the UAD SPL Transient Designer and show you some creative ways on how I use it in my productions. Hello everyone, and welcome to Distinct Mastering. My name is Freddie. I'm a mastering engineer, producer, DJ, and president of Sleeping Giant Music. For over 2 decades, I've helped artists grow their careers, and now I'm here to help you with your music production skills. If you'd like a free stereo master sample from me, be sure to check the link below in my description. Now let's talk about the UAD SPL Transient Designer and some creative ways that I use it in my music productions. Okay guys, I've got a session here that I made briefly for the example of the UAD SPL Transient Designer. Now I'm just using this specifically on drums today, but you can use this for lots of different applications, including synths, guitars, whatever you might need. If you are using a synth and you have access to the original synth or the hardware, you have an ADSR and an envelope, so you probably don't need a transient designer. But say you're at the mixing stage or you're dealing with the audio at that point and you can't go back to the envelope or the ADSR, then this is where a transient designer can come in handy. So let me go ahead and show you an example with this snare. The UAD transient designer is pretty simple. You have the attack, sustain, you have an on and off, then you have the output and another power button. So pretty simple, easy to use. I'm going to go ahead and turn the output gain a little bit so the overload doesn't keep hitting. But basically what's happening here is if I want to soften the initial attack, then I turn it down. If I want to sharpen the attack, you can see that I can do that with the snare. And then I might want to just turn the output gain back down. So you hear that difference right there. Now another thing you can do is shorten the sustain of it. So now you see the snare got shorter. Or I can make it longer. So you can use this as a great tool to help shape your sounds and get things to fit better in the mix. Let's take the example, let's turn that off, and go to this hi-hat here. So I want the hi-hat to have a little less, look now, it's got less transient information. Here it's got more. And you can make it pierce through the mix that way. Here you can make it kind of more subdued and sitting back. Maybe I want it to ride the beat longer, so I extend the sustain. Or I could shorten the sustain and make it sound like a closed hi-hat. So very cool trick there. Let's let that ride like that. Now let's say this is a very cool trick, top loops, or if you use a lot of loops, which I don't like to use a lot of huge loops like this, but sometimes they just work and you can put them in the background. But it sounds a little busy, right? This is a very basic beat, I just made it for the example, but look at that. Drop the sustain, and all of a sudden, that loop just sits right into the groove perfectly. You could soften the attack, or bring it up. So, very, very, very cool example. Here's before, and here's after. Here's another example here with a shaker loop. Let's turn this up. It's in there, it's not sitting right. But look at that, I just dropped the sustain. All of a sudden it's grooving with the very basic drum beat that we have. Give it a little more attack, now it sounds like the shaker's going ahead of the beat. And if you are overloading, suggest just turn the output gain down a little bit to compensate. And boom. Before, messy, cluttered. After, sounds like it's just melted right into the groove. So that's a unique way of how you can use the UAD SPL Transient Designer, or any transient designer for that matter. So Check it out, it's a very, very cool tool. That's some creative ways to use the UAD SPL Transient Designer. If you have any questions, shoot me a comment down below. If we've never worked together before and you'd like a free stereo mastered sample from me, be sure to check the link below in my description. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and the bell notification will keep you up to date. My name is Freddie from Distinct Mastering, and have a great day.